Welcome back to Small Cap Voice, everybody. It is Kevin Gray sitting down with Stuart Smith to discuss a new company here, QHS Labs Incorporated, traded on the OTCQB under the ticker symbol USAQ. We're going to be doing a series of interviews with this company over the coming weeks here, and some really interesting guests coming to the table. First of all is going to be Troy Grogan, the president and CEO over there. And then secondly is Dr. Marcos Sanchez-Gonzalez, the new VP of Medical and Scientific Affairs over there. So I'm sitting down here with Stuart Smith, who will be conducting both interviews. Stuart, what should investors and viewers be looking forward to as we go into these interviews?
Well, when I got a chance to speak with these two gentlemen, it was clearly apparent that they have a unified plan, but they have parallel paths. And those are two different paths because Troy, as you mentioned, is the president and CEO. And Dr. Marcos is going to give us more of the scientific validation, more of the need, the background, everything of the why, basically the why. And Troy's going to give us the how. How are we done what we've done? And if you look at the news that the company issued just last week, I mean, what a great time to be talking about this company.
Absolutely.
Milestone achievement, over 100,000 digital medicine assessments completed. This is a company who had its revenue surge by 60% in Q3 2023. Year-to-date results grew 38%. This company is firing on all cylinders. And I'm really excited to have a series of interviews like this. Typically, we'll bring both guests on and we'll kind of put it all together and we'll listen to both of it. But I wanted to do it differently. I wanted to focus on it from both of their visions because they have an aligned vision once again, but completely separate ways of doing things. One is the how, one is the why. And I think for existing investors, they're going to get to know these gentlemen a lot more. They're going to get to come out from behind the curtain. They're going to get to see them in these video interviews, get their personality, understand exactly how entrenched and how well seasoned both of them are. So I think it's going to be a great series of interviews.
Absolutely. And I think with QHS Labs, if you have never heard of this company before, I completely understand that one. It's a relatively unknown brand, but at the same time, they're in a very, very pivotal space that is really necessary right now. Essentially, they're a medical device company that is designed to remove friction between patients and providers. And so they're allowing providers, doctors, primary care physicians to treat certain afflictions that you would normally have to go to a specialist for. As someone who has to go to a lot of specialists, you know, like my wife's pregnant right now, so we're going to a lot of specialists. I understand that dilemma of having to go from referral to referral to referral. Imagine if you just had to go to one office. That's the vision that QHS Labs is putting on the table. Something pretty impressive that you should look at. They also have a pretty interesting subsidiary there called Allergy End that is designed to help primary care physicians treat allergy afflictions as opposed to sending you off to an allergy specialist. How amazing would that be if you went to your family doctor to deal with your allergies instead of having to go through all of those hurdles to treat something bigger than that? So very excited to bring on Dr. Marcos and Troy Grogan onto the show here, Stuart. Any other final thoughts before we say goodbye?
I think the press release says it all because you can see my eyes. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Yep. There's so many great things packed into November 14th is the date line. November 14th. Ticker symbol again, OTCQB, USAQ. Get your notes together. Get ready for this series of interviews. It's going to be a fun ride with these guys.
For Stuart Smith, this is Kevin Gray saying thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit subscribe to Small Cap Voice.